What I am about to tell you will shock you completely, especially if you believe in democracy and freedom of speech. My name is Gustavo Gaia. I'm a federal congressman in Brazil. Today will go down in the history of my country as the last day of democracy, the day that officially Brazil became a dictatorship. Today, the Supreme Court Justice Alexandre de Moraes decided to put Jair Bolsonaro in prison. Jair Bolsonaro is the greatest political leader that has ever lived in my country. The reason why he was arrested, you will not believe it, but it's true. He was put in prison because his eldest son, a senator named Flávio Bolsonaro, recorded a video begging, asking people to pray for him in a certain place here in Brasilia, capital of Brazil. I don't know if you know that, but Bolsonaro has been in house arrest for 110 days for committing no crime. Actually, the only crime he's committed was reviving the patriotism of my country, was showing people that we can actually live in a decent country with freedom of speech. And that was enough to put the system against him, decided to kill him. He has been in his house, sick, very sick, since he was stabbed by a radical leftist about 7 years ago. Well, his son, Flávio Bolsonaro, recorded a video asking people to do a vigil, to pray for him, because his health is in a really bad condition. And because of that, Alexandre de Moraes decided that praying is a crime, that asking people to go to the streets to pray for someone is a crime. As he put in his decision, it's an illegal gathering. Praying for someone in Brazil has just become a crime. And because of that, Alexandre de Moraes decided to put Jair Bolsonaro, a 70-year-old man who has been sick, going to hospitals every other day, suffering from his stab from a radical leftist, in a prison. Today, they killed our democracy. It's a process that started slowly, but today is the day that they put the final nail in the coffin. This is a level of lawfare that has never existed in any other country in the world. His decision is clear, the decision of Alexandre de Moraes, that Jair Bolsonaro must be put in prison because he is a risk of flight. A 70-year-old man who can barely walk, who vomits every day because of the stab he received from a radical leftist, is now sitting in prison. And his son, the son who recorded the video asking people to pray for his father, might also go to prison. And I, a federal congressman who is recording the video right now in front of our Congress in Brasilia, might also go to prison. This has to stop. I am recording this video as the desperate attempt to tell the world the biggest democracy in Latin America is over. There is no more democracy in Brazil. We have officially become a dictatorship, a judicial dictatorship, one from which we cannot escape. There is no place to go to. There is no one that can help us. Anyone who speaks anything that de Moraes or our Supreme Court doesn't accept or doesn't like will immediately be put in prison. Everyone who denounced Moraes' illegal actions has been sentenced to prison. His secretary, his right arm, who denounced with evidence what he has been doing, is now exiled in Italy. Moraes issued a warrant for his arrest. Our most voted congresswoman, federal congresswoman in the last election, is in arrest in Italy as well. Another son of Jair Bolsonaro, the most voted congressman in our history, is in exile in the United States. Dozens of journalists are in exile because they said something that de Moraes didn't like. There are judges from Brazil who had to run away from my country, also living in exile because they said something that de Moraes didn't like. And he keeps saying that he's doing that because he needs to save the Brazilian democracy. Please take a look at what's happening in Brazil, because if it succeeds here, it will happen in your country. We don't know what to do anymore. We have no more institutions. We have no more devices. There is nothing we can do inside our borders. Our democracy died today. Today. November 22nd. 22nd, by the way, is the number of Bolsonaro when he was a candidate. The ballot number. This is so evil. So I'm shooting this video because honestly, there is nothing we can do here anymore. If people go to the streets, they decide to arrest the people who call people to the streets. How crazy is that? And to put a 70-year-old man in prison because his son called people, invited people to go to the streets to pray for him. There's no more democracy in Brazil. Pray for Brazil. And just by asking you to pray for Brazil, I might also end up in jail. Thank you.